How can we normalize telling people their nose is out of their mask? Hey, looks like your mask slipped. Bro, yes, snout's out, then give them a friendly tap to the balls. Try just saying your mask slipped down. People will usually, at least in my experience, pull it up and say thanks rather than admit that they were wearing it that way on purpose. It's a polite way of saying I know what you're doing and you know what you're doing, but I'm going to let you save face if you fix it. Aggressive booping. Yes, a chance. I teach Korean kids English, and the Korean word for nose is KO, so if they have their nose out of their mask I tap my nose and say coronavirus. Sometimes they laugh, the first time. If they complain about this DEG.A, dad joke, then I tell them it's their punishment for not wearing their mask properly. Mwahaha. Edit, can't type. Second edit, when I went to bed this had a few hundred likes, and /THAT/ blew my mind. Wow. Thanks for all the love for my terrible joke. I'm glad people like it. D. If Disney were to sell Darth Vader mask with functional respirator, I'm sure more people will wear it. I did it once to a coworker, but he told me that he can't breathe properly. I haven't tried it again. Did anyone else see that trend on TikTok where a man, masked, went up to another man, Trump 2020 mask, nose out, and said, "Oh hey there. So I'll see you at local gay bar tonight." Nose out man says, "Excuse me?" Mask man says, "Oh well, see, in the gay community, we leave our nose out of our mask to let other gay men know we are looking to hook up." And the nose out man looked at him and put his mask over his nose as fast as he possibly could. At my job we get a ton of customers who come and like this, and at this point I just say, "Over your nose, please," and motion with my hand over the bridge of my nose. Most of the time it works, and they just look really embarrassed or mad, but like, come on, folks. At my restaurant we offer carry out and walk up service through a window we installed once it became obvious that covered wasn't going anywhere soon. If a guest walks up with no mask or with their mask on wrong, I just close the window until they get it right or go away. Here is the thing, anyone wearing a mask without their nose covered is aware of this already, so bringing it up to a stranger will always be treated as somewhat confrontational. You can choose to do this, or you can choose not to, but nothing you do will socially normalize telling a stranger they are doing something wrong. It would be nice if it were normal to do something like this. It's hard to adapt that in a culture where individualism and personal choice are valued more highly than communal well-being. Personally, I don't confront people. People who don't wear masks don't wear them properly are more likely to be infected, and the last thing I want is one of them yelling at me and sending their droplets all over the place, putting both myself and others at greater risk. I think a big and constant pushing media campaigns is the best we can do. It would be great if there was some kind of trending hashtag or viral movement. #DONTBENOSY, lol. That, and talking to people we have some form of relationship with, like coworkers, rather than approach a random stranger. I have had success with this twice. Granted, I was really enjoying myself. Are you okay? Why? Your nose is out of your mask. I thought you might have trouble breathing. It's too stuffy to breathe well. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Have you been to the doctor yet? No, why? You ought to be really worried. I'm a dance teacher, and we train for hours at a time in them. I'm concerned about you. You really need to see a doctor. Aren't seen. Edit, format. Supply teacher here. Sometimes students' masks slide down by accident. It's usually easy to tell when it's accidental. I usually make eye contact and adjust my mask and they get it. If it's an asshole who knows it's not on properly, I'll loudly ask if they've been picking their nose. My go-to is simply, if you want to have your nose out, I'm just going to keep my distance, if you don't mind, because that's the truth of it. At the end of the day, the mask isn't to prevent *YOURSELF* from getting COVID, it's to stop yourself from spreading it to others if you're asymptomatic. So someone with their nose out isn't putting themselves at extra risk, they're putting *YOU* at extra risk. It's why I don't like these witty responses to things like, if you can't breathe now, you're going to hate breathing on a ventilator, because the insinuation is that, by having their nose out they're going to get COVID, and that's disingenuous to what the purpose of the mask actually is. I usually go for excuse me, I think your mask slipped. This way makes it seem like you're not judging them, because you're apparently giving them the benefit of the doubt. You're saying I know you're a competent adult who can follow simple hygiene instructions, but I noticed that you have been the victim of a common mishap. Let me help you, rather than you bloody idiot. You don't know how to wear a mask after 8 months of living in a global pandemic. Fart when they're around you. I liked Kumail Nanjiana's suggestion. Could you put on a mask? I might still be contagious. Modify it for noses specifically as needed. I have, in the last couple of days, seen multiple folks out and about with masks made of tulle. Tulle, like what lacy children's tutus are made out of, the sort of fabric that is fully see-through. They wear it so that they can't be told they have to put a mask on, but they are also not sheeple, or whatever the fuck. People like that, and the nose exposed crowd aren't really all that affected by public shame, I don't think. It is like confronting someone for tossing a cig out the car window. They know what they did, and they don't care. I fake a phone call from my doctor that I got COVID right in front of them. Makes them wear their mask properly and social distance as fast as possible. Point and loudly scream, unacceptable condition getting louder and more shrill. Yo, quit your dick nosing. Done. To expand, you wouldn't wear pants and then hang your dick out of your fly, right? So why would you hang your nose out of your mask? You don't. They know what they're doing. There is not one adult person left on the face of this earth who does not know how to properly wear a mask. All you have to do is open your eyes and look around, and you'll see people demonstrating it. When you see somebody not wearing their mask properly, ***** it is a protest against masks. They wear it only because so many businesses are requiring it, but they don't believe in wearing it, so they purposefully wear it incorrectly. It's basically /r/malicious compliance. I**am* wearing a mask. You can't kick me out. Saying anything to these people will result in a fierce and heated political argument. Do not engage. Make eye contact and adjust your own mask. If they don't instinctively do the same, do it again, but exaggerate it a little bit. Also, take a subtle step back. Repeat to an increasing severity. My friend Jeff always goes, "Hey, let's get that nose in there," and it seems to work. People coming into healthcare facilities are even trying to pull this shit. I tell them I can't even pass them in the hallway until they put their mask back on properly. We have signs everywhere, so it's not like there's any excuse. Though one man did try to tell me, but I was on the phone to which, yes *CLEARLY* that means the virus will stay away if you're on the phone. I told him to take it outside if necessary, but it's clearly posted masks must be worn at all times in the building. You don't. These are the same kinds of people that spit on the sidewalk reflexively, walk on the left, play their music on speakers in public transit, don't return their shopping carts to the stable, throw their wrappers on the ground. In essence, they're scum, people too entitled and undignified to abide the social contract. It's a shame that we live in a time that this gives them the opportunity to harm our health with their carelessness, but you're better off not engaging with them at all. Like the Mark Twain quote about an idiot dragging you down to their level and beating you with experience. Tell them your mask slipped if your nose. Thought I'd let you know to make them feel like, oh wow, wearing it over is the norm. Okay, did that make sense? IDK, sorry. Just say nice chin upper and walk away. One thing that doesn't work, saying hey, you got nostrils on your chin, or what? I thought I was being whimsical, but boy howdy did that piss people off. I start coughing. Guaranteed to work every time. Go over and tell them how happy you are that someone else isn't buying into the hysteria, etc etc. Then pointedly take, or go to take, your mask down as well. While joking about how they are trying to make me stay inside, just because of a positive test. How dare they make a fuss over what's basically a cold, and hey, you aren't worried about catching the nothing virus, yeah. My physics teacher's points, and yells mask penis, even if you're not in class with her. It's very effective at making people put their mask on. They already know their nose is hanging out of their mask. They are only wearing a mask because it's required, and they don't believe it does anything. They also believe masks only protect them from spreading the virus to others, and they are most likely either healthy, vaccinated, unlikely today, or already had it. So, rather than normalize it, I suggest people afraid of the virus stay 6 feet away and mind their own business. Some old white guy tried to walk into my grocery store with his nose out while the guard was trying to stop him and tell him he couldn't enter before wearing his mask properly. The old man ignores him and keeps walking forward, only for another old white guy to scream at the top of his lungs, "Cover your nose," causing the entire store to turn toward this guy, which he immediately responds by pulling his mask up. Your proboscis is protruding. Did you see the South Park pandemic special? About halfway through, a Raps driver makes a delivery at Tegrity Farms. He asks Randy if he's gonna come closer to please wear a chin diaper. That would require interacting with such people, and I don't need this in my life.